Hey folks, it's the Joe Brown's Mystery Legend Show. I'm Dino Joe, and I don't see Ruxy around. I go, Ruxy, where are you?
Hello, Joe Brown.
Nice to see you again, Ruxy.
It's great to be back on this May 22nd, 2024. Hey, Joe Brown, do you know what day it is today?
Actually, no.
I'll give you a hint. You live on it.
Earth?
Earth, yeah. Earth,
Earthquake?
not an earthquake. Thank goodness. It's Earth Day, everybody. So let's all be environmentally friendly to our own Mother Earth. I know I do my part. Joe Brown here, he does his part too by not flushing the toilet. Ah!
Actually, I do flush the toilet.
You do flush the toilet? Okay. That's great. Very important to take care of our Earth, reduce, reuse, recycle. How else can we save the Earth, Joe Brown?
We could stop driving cars,
Driving cars, more
like the
electric cars.
exhaust and that,
Yeah,
and stay with like the electric cars.
that's right. Yep. And it looks like we have more electric cars on the road, right?
Yeah.
Cool. But we're not here to talk about Earth Day. That's just a little warm up here. What's today's topic, Joe Brown?
Cyclops.
Cyclops. So what made you think of talking about Cyclops on the show, Joe Brown?
Because of David Thiessen.
David Thiessen.
Yeah, he's been talking about saying, "Oh, I feel like a one-eyed Cyclops."
Ah, well,
Because he only has one good eye.
okay, but he's
His
not
brother took out his other eye.
but he's not a Cyclops.
No,
No.
he's a normal human being, but he still feels like one because he doesn't have his eye.
So if you see somebody in the community who has lost an eye, please do not call them a Cyclops because that would be very rude.
Yes, that would be.
We want to be considerate for all the people, as well as Mother Earth. Correct, Joe Brown?
Yeah.
Good. All right, tell me something about the Cyclops.
Oh, Kirsten, I have one question for you.
Yes. What's your question?
Cyclops. What's the name? What's Cyclops mean?
Um, like when I think of Cyclops, I think of a bicycle or a unicycle, which I know is wrong, but I think of like cycle. Um, I know they have one eye and they're monsters.
But what's the name?
What does the actual name mean? Everything that Joe Brown talks about has a title origins.
I have no idea. You should tell me.
Means one eye.
Ah, true.
One eye.
And again, just like with giants, do you know the height of it was?
Well, you don't know what the height is as well, Joe Brown.
I do know I do know a little bit about it.
Okay.
So Kirsten, what's the height of a cyclops?
I think the height of a cyclops is probably varies between human height and giant height.
Be a little more specific than that.
Maybe like 5 feet to 20 feet.
400 to 1,000 feet tall.
Really? I read that the lesser races usually stand between 8 and 12 feet tall, with some of the largest growing as tall as 25 feet, Joe.
Well, That's okay.
Yeah,
But
that's okay.
everybody has a particular thing.
Well,
I
this
believe there are 400 to 1,000 feet tall.
okay. So in Joe's mind, that's how large they get. So are they little people, Joe Brown, or what family do they fit underneath or category?
They categorize under words of giants.
Giants. So we're keeping with our theme from last time we were on, right, Joe Brown?
Yeah.
Okay.
And and also they can have reddish hair to burgundy hair.
Burgundy.
And sometimes they're bald. And they're also described to have a horn on their head,
A horn on their head.
just above the forehead, right about here, I guess. And they're all bald, and they have only one eye in the middle. And they tend to be very aggressive.
Okay, there's a bit of a conflict of information here, Joe. You said that they have red hair, but they're also bald.
Yeah, because the one horned giants are bald.
Ah, so the Cyclops who have a horn are typically bald, correct?
Yes.
Got it.
And
Okay.
the ones that don't have a horn usually have red hair.
Let's see. So Cyclops were giants who were big and hairy, and their hair was reportedly red, correct?
Yes.
Let's talk about the origins of the Cyclops, Joe.
Yes, that also, just like the giants, they come from the same place, Greece.
Greece. So their origins are in Greek mythology. Apparently they were cute and cuddly, right, Joe Brown?
Wrong answer, Gracie. Roxy. They were
mean,
aggressive, and cannibals.
They're cannibals, and they were surly savages. And apparently they lived in Sicily.
And Sicily, they also have caves
Mm-hmm.
that they live in.
Yeah.
And they would come down in the valleys where like an Indian tribe would be,
Mm-hmm.
and grab people and eat them. So eventually the people there got fed up with this. So they chased them back to where they live, which was a cave. They start a fire at the entrance of the cave. The wind was blowing into the cave, so they died of asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation.
Yeah.
So did that kill off all of the Cyclops, or was this just one story?
It killed everybody that was in the cave.
Okay, but is this one story about Cyclops or a general story about Cyclops?
General.
Oh, a general story. Got it.
And some people actually do think that.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is an urban legend, but in this case, it would be considered a mythological creature, right?
Yes.
Because we're talking about Greek mythology.
Yes.
From Greece, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Keeping this all straight. Keeping this all straight in my head. Hey, Joe Brown, there's a segment which we should be doing right now. What segment is that?
Your birthday?
My birthday? No.
Then I don't know.
You don't know. Oh, you're not reading the liner notes. It's time for some jokes.
Okay, Rexy. Tell your first joke.
I'm going to make this tough for you, Joe Brown. Okay, what has one big eye and makes a mess wherever it goes?
A Cyclops?
Eh. A hurricane. Ha ha. See, it's a riddle I made for you.
Hmm.
On that note, what has only one eye but still can't see? A sewing needle. Okay, I got more. You want to hear another one?
Sure.
Okay. How does Cyclops get so smart?
I read a dictionary.
Ooh, close, by reading the encyclopedia.
At least I was close.
Ah. All right. Since we're
Oh,
at
by the way, Roxy,
yes.
I heard a little bit of a viewer a couple days ago
Okay.
that she said they want you to wear a girl's dress.
I will do that on Pride Day. Thank you very much, Joe Brown. Hopefully we have a show going on then. But today it's a little chilly for a dress.
That's true. Or maybe we could do a bonnet.
Maybe. Well, we'll see how much is in the budget for that. Hey, one more. Why do Cyclops get along so well?
I don't know.
They always see eye to eye. Ha! Get it? Eye to eye.
Well, don't break your neck.
I'm pretty flexible. All right, back to the show. Hey, by the way, thanks to all the viewers who've been watching Joe Brown's Mysterious Legends. We appreciate your feedback on the show. Like and subscribe, please. All right. Back to the facts, Joe Brown.
Now, since they came from Greece, legends,
Mm-hmm.
they also, when they put their foot down,
Yeah.
each foot down, they create an earthquake.
Really? Those are some heavy steps, Joe Brown.
Yes. And they were bigger than you.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Besides, what were they skilled at, Joe Brown, besides stomping around?
No, let's not get into that just yet.
Okay.
Now, Zeus,
Zeus is the god of thunder.
the god of thunder, which would be the king of the gods.
Right, in Greek mythology.
Yep. And he banished them to Tartarus,
Banished who?
all the Cyclops,
Oh, so the Cyclops were banished.
to
Okay.
Titus, which is the equivalent of hell.
So it's actually Tartarus, not Titus, but close, because you're thinking of Titans. So that was deep in the underworld, right?
Yeah, for all you guys, if you don't know what that means, it means they were banished to hell.
Okay. Well, that's one way of interpreting it, right?
Yeah.
Because in Christian beliefs, that would be hell. But in Greek mythology, yeah, being sent down somewhere that could represent that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Cyclops were banished to Tartarus, deep in the underworld. And
That's where the Titans sent them.
okay, well that's where Zeus sent them at first. But did they have to stay, or did they get out of jail free card?
They got probably a jail out of free card.
So they were let loose, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And for taking them out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And as a thanks,
Yeah.
they made Zeus lightning bolts.
Ah,
So they're also blacksmiths.
so they were blacksmiths. What else were they besides being blacksmiths, Joe Brown? Do you remember?
They were blacksmiths and uh they
Here-
helped Zeus
Mhm.
defeat the Titans
Yeah,
with the blacksmithing,
yeah.
lightning bolts for him.
What do you think they did out in the pastures? There's a hint.
Oh yeah, that's and they're also good shepherds.
They were shepherds. They were shepherds and blacksmiths. But why, Joe Brown, were the Cyclopses? That's the plural word for Cyclops, by the way. Cyclopses released from TARDIS.
To defeat the Titans.
Okay, so there was a war going on, right?
Yeah.
So it was the Battle of the Titans. Okay.
And Zeus's father was a Titan.
Zeus's father was a Titan. Aren't you thinking his son Apollo?
No.
No? Okay.
And since Zeus's father knew he'd be overthrown
Mhm.
by one of his children, he ate them
Holy jeez.
alive.
Oh my God. Who did this? Zeus?
No, Zeus is dead.
Zeus's dad. Jeez. I thought they eat like olives and Greek yogurt.
No.
Oh.
But
But
Zeus's mom
Zeus's mom.
let Zeus down on a boat
Okay.
and gave his father, instead of Zeus,
Yeah.
a rock.
I see.
But Zeus poisoned his drink
Mhm.
to make him sick. So he threw up, and he threw up not only the rock, he threw up all of Zeus's sisters and brothers.
Wow.
Ew.
Yes, Kirsten,
That's disgusting.
it is disgusting, but that's what the mythology says.
That's what the mythology says. So is this real or is this mythological? Because if they call it mythology, that would mean that it's mythological, right?
Yes.
So we don't have to worry about one-eyed giants trying to eat us and take all of our sheep away,
Yeah.
right? But they're good blacksmiths. That's interesting.
So that's what happened. And then all of them worked to get out the Cyclops from hell. And
You mean Hades?
yes, Hades. And then they helped them out to overthrow the Titans.
The Battle of the Titans. Very interesting. Joe Brown.
And as you can see, Roxy, I'm wearing a Titan t-shirt.
Oh, look how that works into the show. That was very well played, Joe Brown. Joe Brown, since we're talking about your t-shirt, why don't we discuss pop culture?
Oh, yes. There's also, if people watched it or could watched it, there's also cartoon Cyclops.
A cartoon Cyclops. Do you remember what the show is that has a cartoon Cyclops?
X-Men.
The X-Men.
The X-Men Cyclops.
Yeah, Scott Summers was born with this condition where what happens?
shoots a beam of light out from his eyes. So, in other words, to go around learning in that,
Yeah.
he would have to wear glasses, special glasses
Mhm.
that that would control his laser beam eyes.
Yeah, so that way people don't get fried, right?
Yeah, and if he took off the glasses, he would have to close his eyes.
Yeah, because otherwise he'd be burning everybody in sight. Yeah, so
Pretty much.
Scott Summers, one of the mutants of the X-Men, and actually there's a film franchise of that too. In the on You could check that out on YouTube or whatever other viewing services you might have, right?
And we do have another special guest,
Oh, we do.
and his name is A Day.
A day. Come on up, a day.
Come on up, A Day.
Always surprises. Grab a seat.
Have a seat, my friend.
This is a day.
Hello.
A day's working with us now. He's on our crew
With the dinosaur.
with the dinosaur. That's right.
Yeah.
So let's ask a day. Are you familiar with Greek mythology, a day?
No, I'm not.
You're not. Well, this is the show to watch. Joe Brown's Mysterious Legends.
Nice.
He's talked about giants on the last show, and you could check out his other programs on Joe Brown's Mysterious Legends. So you should check it out.
Good.
Yeah, we're hoping to get some traction on here.
And also, I should thank all of my viewers for giving me all of these likes.
Yeah,
At least 100, over 100 of them.
we had 100 views, so I'm sure those people who watched that liked the show.
Yes.
So keep them coming. Keep up the likes and subscriptions.
Subscribes, please.
Subscribes, please.
I get to know a celebrity.
Yeah, he's pretty much our celebrity here. Hey, getting back on track here. So we're talking about the X-Men. What other things from pop culture can you think of, Joe Brown, where the Cyclops was featured?
Like cartoons.
Well, cartoons or whatever it might be.
Well, there's
a movie. Remember the movie?
yeah.
What was it called? Do you remember the name of it?
No, I forget.
Here's a hint. We were talking about Titans. Something of the Titans. Do you remember that?
No.
Clash of the Titans. It was a movie that came out in the 80s and then they re-released it and they had a Cyclops in there.
So Dave, I mean a day. A day. So do you have any questions about the Cyclops?
My question is more around the Greek methodology you were speaking.
He wants to learn more about Greek mythology, Joe Brown.
Well, other than giants, they come from the same place.
As dinosaurs?
No. The legend of the Cyclops, they come from the same place as the giants, which is Greece.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should give a day some context as to why there's a dinosaur on a show that talks about giants.
Now, I found Rexy frozen in ice in the middle of a cave.
Okay.
So I paid a lot, I would say probably $6,000 to get him out of the country, and then I brought him to like a place in the country that I have to keep secret because I have a lot of dinosaurs there. So it's a dangerous place, and There's plant eaters and meat eaters, but the meat eaters and plant eaters give you a hard time when they first come, so they got to be locked up in bars.
And Rexy, have co-hosted another show, and
it's called the Dino Joe Show.
And we don't have enough writers on staff to
Nice.
fill in for another co-host. So that's why I have transferred over to Joe Brown's Mysterious Legend.
We have Rexy
Yes.
here with us mostly every show that I've done.
Oh, like
And-
making a lot of money.
And
Yes.
and I do pay Rexy in food.
Yes.
Big man.
So I buy a lot of sheep, cows, pigs, and Rexy eats them.
That's what I do. Hey, let's get back on track.
And he's been on vacation a couple times,
Yes.
and some of the staff take care of him,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
but the bars have to be closed and the food has to be lowered from part of a roof in a cave.
Hey, Joe
That-
Brown. We
Yes,
gotta
what
talk.
is it?
We gotta talk about Cyclops.
Yeah, that's Rexy.
We don't need to talk
Kinda
about your
pushy.
work environment.
He's kind of pushy today. Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed?
Well, I woke up wanting to learn about Cyclops. Hey, talking about pop culture, we've established there was Clash of the Titans, and we also had Scott Summers from the X-Men.
From the X-Men cartoon?
Yeah, and is there another one you could think of that in pop culture? Just think of heroes in Greek mythology.
Oh, Hercules.
Hercules. Yes, and there's a recent Disney film about Hercules. I believe it was called Hercules. Is that what it was
Yeah.
called? Okay. So
And there's also there was a TV show with Hercules in it, as well as the Warrior Princess.
yep. So lots of shows with Cyclopses. Oh, and if you want to talk about a tribe of Cyclops, do you remember what that was?
Cyclopsian.
Cyclopsians. Pretty neat. That's a lot of information. I think we've overwhelmed the day with this.
Honestly.
So what do you say, Joe? Shall we put a pin in it for this week?
I'm gonna leave this one up to a day.
I think we should just go and
Put a pin in it. You got
Okay.
it.
He says we're done with the show today, folks.
So what do you do, Joe Brown?
Now, I do have one thing to say. One, I have to. Hey, Roxy, can you push over a little bit?
Yep.
Now, the next show. Roxy,
Well, go on.
the next show is going to be about aliens.
Aliens.
Yep,
Aliens.
aliens. I want you guys to stay safe and stay well. I'll see you on the next show.
Later.